Official, altså her fra det nye album, der hedder Feast of Consequences, der var, så du næsten kunne regne ud titelnummeret. Which I promised that we shouldn't talk a lot about Marillion, but I mean, that is the one thing that is keeping your name alive in the mainstream. So just very short, and that's this fine Marillion thing. What made you leave Marillion back in the days when, I mean, you were humongous big stars?
Yeah, it's been one of my biggest problems, I think, because when I left the band, we'd just done what I considered the best album, Clutching at Straws. And I think that confused a lot of people. You know, you expect a singer to leave after the bum album, you know?
Yeah.
You know, it's like, yeah, we were the album that's just done nothing, so I'm leaving now and going, so I didn't do that. I left when we were kind of still well on the top. But I think it was because of that, it was the machine that surrounded the band was huge, and it was becoming a job. It was becoming impersonal, and the machine was, it wasn't good for people, you know. And I felt personally I was being ground up in this machine. I was being isolated from a lot of people. I felt I was being isolated from people that I knew. I felt that the reasons we were doing things were the wrong reasons, and I hated the management at the time. And I felt we were being exploited, and it was just, you know, maybe I was very impetuous. I have a reputation for being impetuous with a lot of things, and but it was the right thing to do. I mean, I don't think. I think as a unit, we needed to, we at the time we needed to take a break away from each other.
Yeah.
As people, we needed to get a year away from each other. But the management was sitting there on 20%, and you know what they didn't want to get 20% of nothing if we were doing nothing for a year.
That's right.
And you know, they kept us on the road. He kept us on the road all the time, and it was wrong. And I think it stifled our creativity, because we were involved in this procedure of, you know, you write the album as fast as possible. You know, before we even started writing an album, they were booking tour dates. And, you know, the albums, the pressure on us to deliver Kaylee to, you know, was getting immense. But then again, you know, when I left the band, I did my first solo album, Vigil in a Wilderness of Mirrors, which came out in, 1991? Oh, sorry, 1990. And it was a great album, but after that things became rocky. But I've done a lot of things solo that I would never have been able to do with Marillion. I mean, we went and toured Bosnia in 1996, you know, and we played for the UN troops down there. And you know, I've been away to Kosovo. I've played Mogadishu in June. We did an acoustic thing in Mogadishu airport just a few months ago. And I've had a lot of fun. You know, there's been a lot of ups and a lot of downs, but I mean, that's what makes life. And you know, I like the freedom, and I think when you're writing as well, you're able to change the chemistry. I mean, the new album, A Feast of Consequences, you know, it's got another different set of writers that have come in. You know, this and to be able to change the chemistry, it can keep it exciting. You know.
Just to translate just a bit, jeg har jo lovet Fischer, vi skal ikke bruge så meget tid på Marillion, men det er selvfølgelig naturligt nok at spørge, hvordan kan man få sig selv til at forlade et orkester, som virkelig er på toppen af sin karriere, at nu går man ud af det her band, fordi som man siger, normalt så er det sådan, at sangeren han forlader et orkester, efter man har lavet det dårligste album, i det her tilfælde, der forlod Fischer, altså Marillion, efter det bedste album, som han synes, de havde lavet. Men der var en masse ting, ikke mindst en manager, som var på 20%, og selvom bandet måske nok havde brug for en pause, så havde en manager, der tjente 20% af alt, hvad de lavede, ikke så meget brug for et band, der holdt pause, så derfor valgte han at gå sin egen vej. Fischer, you've done a really interesting thing with your career now, because, I mean, from this manager, like, keeping you on your toes too much, you sort of like took your life within your own thing. I mean, your career in your own hands. We have Carsten here. Carsten is a Danish fan who drove you here. You sort of you drive it all from your home. I mean,
yeah, I'm a bit like you. I like working from home too. Yeah, it's changed. I mean, the music business that I joined, that I signed up to EMI Records in 1982, it was it's a very different industry now. I mean, people were on it. I mean, the new album, they're saying, okay, you've got A Feast of Consequences. Who's your distribution? And I said, I'm the distribution. I mean, it's only available on mail order, and we do it through the website, fishheadsclub.com, you know, people say, well, why don't you put it out to retail? And I'm going, what is retail now? You know, retail, I mean, if you want to go to retail, all you have to do is go up to Amazon and you can look up one of my old albums and there's about 9 shops that are all selling it, and that is your retail. So why should I take the new album and put it in a distribution system that puts it to retail outlets that all battle against me online? I'm selling to the competition. And I just find it a lot easier. I mean, regarding management, I mean, there's a lot of things I couldn't do if I was paying somebody 20%, you know. There's a lot of gigs I couldn't do. Yeah. I couldn't make a living out of it. And, you know, having been doing it for so long, I mean, I've got my production manager, Yatta, that acts as my agent. We know all the promoters, and we have people like, you know, like Karsten. And, you know, when we put a tour together, you know, it's simple, it's easy. And there's a lot of friendships involved, you know. And I think it makes it more personable overall. I mean, sometimes it gets hard. Sometimes it can be overwhelming. I mean, in the last 2 months, I mean, you know, I went from being, you know, in June and July, I was, you know, the writer to the singer to the recording artist. And then as soon as you go through July, the new hat comes on, and then you're moving into the production, and then you're moving into the promotion side of things, and you're trying to keep it all balanced. And when you're on a tour, I mean, you know, last night we played in Worpswede in Germany, gone on a tour bus. You wake up in Copenhagen, you get off the bunk, you have a shower, and then I'm sitting here with you drinking your wife's latte. It's brilliant.
It's a different kind of life.
It's fun, I think. Yeah, I like it. I mean, I like problems. I enjoy solving problems, you know, and believe me, there are a lot of problems to be solved.
You are in the right business. Jeg spurgte lige Fish til, hvordan det kan være, at han fuldkommen har taget sin karriere i egen hænder, men han kan en masse ting på egen hånd. Der er en masse ting, der er svært, men det er jo rent faktisk sådan, at nu skal du høre endnu et nummer fra det nye album, og hvis du vil købe det, så er der faktisk kun en måde at gøre det, og det er via nettet, nærmest at købe det fra Fish selv. Jeg tror ikke, han selv pakker det, men det er tæt på. Her skal vi have endnu en skæring fra Feast of Consequences her, Blind to the Beautiful.
The stars are fading, ashes to ashes and dust to dust. The bread we have broken, the wine we drank from tarnished cups. I stopped believing in miracles a long, long time ago. I lost my faith and I sacrificed my soul. I worshipped fallen idols, chased false prophets to an end, to where I just can't see the beautiful anymore. The ice retreating, mountains exposed in the sun, the earth is baking, raindrops precede the floods, and hurricanes with children's names write our history. The signatures tracked by satellites on high. We should have talked about the weather a bit more seriously, more than stocks and shares and corporate wares. We were blinded by the skeptics and their greed. Just can't see the beautiful anymore. I just can't see the beautiful anymore. And I howled and I cried when the melody died. The song was finally over. There was nothing to say. alphabet language dispersed. I just can't hear the beautiful anymore. The oceans are rising, islands in time disappear, the canyons burning, forests consumed by the flames, wildfires rage across the plains, to be starved by barren soil. Deserted farms where seed refused to grow. I close my eyes to cloudless skies. I dream of what we had before. I just can't see the beautiful